They marched in perfect formation. Tens of thousands of soldiers of the Ottoman Empire stepped into a frozen valley before sunrise, banners steady, commanders certain. This was meant to be routine, a small principality, a winter campaign. One more name erased from the map. The fog was thick, but fog was nothing new. The silence was. No burning villages, no defenders blocking the road, no army drawn up in desperation, just white emptiness. Then a horn sounded, not ahead of them, above them. Another answered, then another. The sound bent in the mist, echoing from unseen ridges. In that instant, before a single arrow fell, something shifted. The empire had lost the one thing it relied on most: control. Because this valley was not empty, it was prepared. To the north stood Moldavia, ruled by Stephen the Great, a man who understood he could never defeat the Ottomans in open battle. His land was smaller, poorer, alone. Poland and Hungary sent words, not soldiers. If Moldavia survived, it would not be through strength, it would be through design. So Stephen reshaped his country into a weapon. Villages near the border were emptied, supplies removed, forest paths blocked, river crossings studied. He chose the ground near Vaslui carefully, a marshy valley where winter fog clung to the earth and large formations struggled to move. His 20,000 men were placed on hidden ridges, behind snow-covered earthworks, inside forests that concealed entire units. He did not wait behind walls. He waited inside the landscape. On January 10, 1475, the Ottoman columns advanced into that valley, believing Moldavia was retreating. Instead, they were walking deeper into a narrowing trap. The horns sounded again. Then arrows fell, thousands of them, cutting through fog from invisible positions. Formations stalled. Orders collided in the mist. Soldiers raised shields but couldn't see the enemy. Cannon fire erupted from concealed slopes, the thunder amplified by the valley walls. Confusion spread faster than command. Then cavalry struck. Moldavian riders burst from the fog, hitting the flanks with speed and vanishing before retaliation. Ottoman units turned to face threats that dissolved into white air. Lines twisted. Communication failed. The massive army that relied on discipline and visibility found itself fighting shadows. When panic began to ripple through the ranks, Stephen unleashed his final blow. Infantry surged downhill in coordinated waves. What had been confusion became collapse. Some Ottoman soldiers attempted to retreat across a frozen river. Ice weakened under days of pressure. It shattered beneath them. Men fell into freezing water as arrows followed from above. By midday, the fog began to lift. The valley did not reveal a balanced battlefield. It revealed devastation. One of the worst defeats the Ottoman Empire had suffered in decades. What entered Moldavia as a confident imperial force left as scattered survivors fleeing south. Across Europe, news spread quickly. Bells rang, chroniclers praised the victory. In Rome, Stephen was called a defender of Christendom. But he understood something others did not. This was not the end of Ottoman ambition. It was a warning. Moldavia had not won because it was stronger. It had won because it chose the ground, controlled the rhythm, and attacked the mind before the body. In a frozen valley near Vaslui, an empire discovered a dangerous truth. Numbers mean nothing when the battlefield itself fights against you.